Got his mugshot. Take a look. The mega pop star spending the night in jail after being arrested on Long Island. He appeared in court Tuesday, handcuffed, and then was released on his own recognizance. Sag Harbor police say that he was stopped after he ran a stop sign and then veered out of his lane.
Justin Timberlake was recently arrested for a DWI. Y'all, this always makes me nervous, disappointed, and thankful as well, because no one was injured or harmed in this. You guys have seen so many times when someone who's been driving under the influence or driving while intoxicated has ended their own life, ended multiple lives, and seems like Justin Timberlake didn't learn his lesson there and has been arrested and is possibly facing charges when it comes to DWI. Anyway, check this out. And shout out to Court TV for breaking down what's going on in this case.
In true crime, we've got some new information just coming out about Justin Timberlake's arrest for alleged DWI in New York. We've got his mugshot. Take a look. The mega pop star spending the night in jail after being arrested on Long Island. He appeared in court Tuesday, handcuffed, and then was released on his own recognizance. Sag Harbor police say that he was stopped after he ran a stop sign and then veered out of his lane.
Come on, Justin.
He told the officer that he had one martini and then refused a breathalyzer test 3 times. Police say his eyes were bloodshot, glassy, that he had alcohol smell on his breath and was unable to divide his attention. They said his speech was slowed and he was unsteady on his feet. The police officer did perform all field sobriety testing on him. No comment.
Hey, shout out, first of all, we'll finish the video in a second. I want to give a shout out to the police officers out there doing their jobs and stopping this man before things ended in a different way. Because you never know how far it could go. We don't know what his mind state was. We don't know if this was intentional and he was going through some things. I know he has been going through some things lately. So thank God for great police officers out there.
Police officer did perform all field sobriety testing on him. No comment this morning from Timberlake's people just yet. He's scheduled to be back in court on July 26th. Now, the question we're asking this morning, even if we take what Justin Timberlake is saying as true, let's just say for the sake of our analysis, he did only have one martini.
I don't believe it.
A lot of people are asking this morning, why don't these celebrities get themselves drivers when they go out to have a good time? Let's bring in our power panel, see what they think.
It's a good question.
Pleased to welcome in entertainment commentator Holland Reed, criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor Franz Borchardt, and still with me, former DEA senior special agent David Katz. Holland, I would love to start with you, please, my friend. Your thoughts on this?
Oh my gosh, Julie, good morning. Good to see you guys. There's so many things. First, let me say this. I'm a huge Justin Timberlake fan, but waking up to this news on my birthday made me feel old, finding out that the arresting officer didn't even know who he was. So the idea that his privilege and celebrity is dwindling and this being one more strike on him is not great in the world of celeb news. The internet is screaming, cry me a river. People are already anti-Justin Timberlake after Britney Spears came out with what she said about him, about pressure to have an abortion and other infidelities and issues in the relationship.
I don't know about that one.
This is a father. This is a 43-year-old man. Exactly like you said in your statement. Why didn't he have an Uber driver? Why didn't he have friends that said, hey, let's take you to wherever we're going? Why didn't you have a driver? It doesn't make any sense. When you're in such an elite neighborhood, you're in the Hamptons. You're at the American. It's the celeb hub of the who and the what of that environment. Yeah. You would have someone picking you up, dropping you off. One martini, nobody's buying it. Glassy eyes, nobody's buying it. Even the rumor mills are saying that there was a lot of people there. He came back, someone came back from the bathroom and they were drinking his drink. So there's a lot to dissect there, but it doesn't make any sense. 43 years old, you're on tour. This is something that could have been avoided.
Yeah, great comment.
Well, it makes sense to me, and I'm going to disagree. I think sometimes I can imagine as a celebrity, you just want to be a regular person. You just want to be able to go about your day. I mean, y'all know, I'm sure some of y'all had uncles, maybe aunts that they were drinking 24/7 and were highly functioning individuals. Now, clearly from the police pulling him over, he wasn't really driving well, which thank God for that. But I mean, at some places you probably just don't want to be bothered because you've got people all night, JT. Then you're going to have your Uber driver knowing where you are, knowing where you're staying. You have to trust that the Uber driver is going to do what they're supposed to do. So, I mean, I get it, man. You slip up once as a celebrity, it's going to be everywhere.
It's from you, as always, Holland, and happy belated birthday from all of us here at Court TV.
So old.
Oh, you are not. You are young and beautiful, and I'm with you. That officer should have known who Justin Timberlake is. Come on, are you living on another planet, right? Franz Borghardt, I've got a particular question for you. When I heard he refused the breathalyzer, I want to pick your lawyer brain about that. What do you think legally? Good move?
Well, I tell everybody, if you're stopped for potential DWI and you've had any alcohol, you should refuse everything. Refuse everything, win the battle on the back end. And look, that mugshot, he's not bringing sexy back with that, right? Although I must say, in the history of mugshots, it's still a pretty good.
It is a good one. Yeah, it's not bad.
So not that I'm giving advice to folks in Long Island, but I generally tell people refuse everything. The bigger piece of advice is, dude, don't drive. And it goes back to what we've already talked about, which is you don't have to drive. Now, I can imagine
do it every day.
As a celebrity, he probably has a nice car. He wants to be able to do the things he wants to be able to do. And look, the bigger picture is impaired people make impaired decisions. You know, we're covering a case in Boston, right outside of Boston right now, based on that kind of suspicion. So, I mean, I guess for me, it's like, dude, don't do the standard field sobriety test if you're not going to do the breath test.
Yep. Yeah, no, I'm with you, Franz. It's excellent advice. I had a feeling you might say that about refuse if you're stopped. And David Katz, speaking of the traffic stop, let me pick your law enforcement brain about this. We know police officers have discretion. What does this say to you here, that this wasn't a situation where the officer found out, you know, at some point who he was, taken him back and said, okay, let's, you know, not charge him, let him sleep it off, get him a ride or something? No, he put him right in the system. Your thoughts? Well,
yeah, that's just the price you have to pay being a celebrity. Amy said it in the chat, sarcastically, I know, but this is so true. She said, wow, he's human. Who would have thought? Part of being, again, I know there are people that do this every Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday. Some of them do it every single night. Y'all know. I know some of them, unfortunately. So you're driving down the road at that time of night, which is why I avoid the roads after a certain time, because there's no reason to be out there. We got Uber Eats. Just let them get your food so you're not out there. But yeah, this man's a human, and it's being highlighted because it's him. I'm sure there were people out there taking pictures when they saw the car, because I know he was not driving, you know, a 2005 Honda CRV. They're gonna put him on blast. It comes with the celebrity.
Yeah, I mean, the day of giving special treatment is kind of beyond us now. And I would have recognized him even like this. I think he's still very handsome. I loved him in Time. It was a great movie, wasn't it? And listen, he may have had only one martini. It just could have been, you know, a little extra grande. So I'd like to give Mr. Timberlake some advice. If you open your phone, go to the Play Store, there's Uber, there's Lyft, there's you know, and you can just download. And then when you leave the bar like that, you can just call someone to take you home, and you don't have to have that picture all over the internet.
Yeah, no, it's great advice. We'll see what he does on the next court appearance. I'll be really curious to see if he fights this or if this is a quick plea. Franz is shaking his head. Plea, huh?
It's going to be a plea.
Yeah, plea. Everybody agrees. Yeah, I do too. If I was his lawyer, I'd do this so swiftly. And usually, you know, if he is, and I'm not saying he was DWI, I don't know, didn't assess it, but from what I know, if you're a first-time offender, I'm assuming he is, usually there are always expungement programs. No one was hurt, thank goodness for that. Go through some classes and probation and then get it off the record. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Let's switch.
Yeah, and again, thank God Justin wasn't harmed, especially thank God that nobody else was harmed in the making of this content, because, man, we've seen so many cases when not only regular people, but celebrities have ended their life, ended their own life, been severely injured because of they were driving while intoxicated or driving under the influence. So, yeah, lesson for for this OG. Shout out to Justin Timberlake, but I don't know where we go from here, man. Just pray that maybe more people see this and they realize that sometimes it's not worth it.